This is the world where elements of virtual reality have merged with reality. Numerous individuals have gained new professions and skills. Consequently, countless dungeons, ruins, and even mysterious realms have emerged, and within them monsters existed. In turns, people can enter these places to gain experiences and equipment. However, despite the countless species of creatures, none come close to the existence of dragons. They are mysterious and rare, but primarily as powerful as deities. In the realm of dragons of the third school, someone knocks on the board, indicating that orientation for the awakening day is about to begin. The teacher warns that this will affect not only their entrance to university, but also all future success. Although the outcome of the ceremony is determined by luck, everyone there must have confidence. Basically, it's telling them to be a bunch of deluded individuals. In the background, we see a rather emo-looking guy, so we already know he's probably the protagonist. In front of him is the paper to fill out the aptitude test. He's excited. The day has finally arrived. His name is Lufan, a person who was transmigrated to this world 3 years ago. After some time in this world, he discovered that there are 3 types of classes here. There are combat classes such as warriors, mages, and archers. They are the ones who can go to the realms and obtain rare equipment, and thus they are the classes most desired by people. Then there are professions like enchanters and alchemists, those who make life easier for explorers and assist them in some way. And finally, there are classes like cooks and miners, which comprise the majority of people and can only survive on the minimum wage they receive. His aunt named Han Ki has been supporting him in school, sustaining them both with a bread shop. She takes care of him without worrying about herself, even though she is only 8 years older. To survive in this world and help his aunt, he needs to awaken a combat profession. Suddenly, the teacher receives a call and informs the class that he has received information that the awakening platform is available, and they are going there now, and everyone is excited. But our emo protagonist is a bit hesitant. The teacher, whose hair looks like a headset, comes to ask him why he's so apprehensive. He's one of the best students. He doesn't need to be anxious. But well, at that moment, Lufan gets a shock. The treasure map system has been successfully activated. The teacher knocks on the table, asking if he's listening. He apologizes and runs off like a fool. He's all excited as he goes downstairs. He has finally received the system. It doesn't make sense for someone to be sent to another world just to suffer. He has no idea what this system does. But now the boy knows that something good awaits him. He's eager to get to the ceremony and awaken his profession soon. All the students gather in front of the principal. Lufan passes through the crowd, where everyone is talking about being anxious to awaken a class profession and make millions. Gandalf announces that the ceremony is about to begin and that the priest over there will assist them this year. Looking at the priest, Lufan realizes that the guy has a dominant aura. The system gives him the first function, the Eye of Analysis. As he looks at the priest, an interface with his face appears, and he clicks. Profession, level 29 priest with the ability to awaken professions. He gets a shock when he sees that the guy is worth 5 million. Gandalf tells everyone to be quiet. Everyone falls silent immediately, and he announces that the names called are to come up there. While Lufan is thinking that even if his aunt worked her whole life, she wouldn't be able to earn all of that. The first name called is Zhang Tao, and people seem to recognize him as one of the best students. With colorful hair and 2 meters tall, we know he's going to be trouble for our protagonist. The girls are in love, saying they love the guy. The priest begins the process using awakening spells. Zhang seems confident. A golden fireball begins to appear in front with some inscriptions. People recognize this awakening as being from a pyromancer or someone who uses fire abilities. He seems comfortable with the warm ball in his hand, and people are impressed with his ability. Seeing this, Lufan thinks that if he can also awaken a combat class, he can say goodbye to poverty. A kid awakens as a herbalist and says he'll continue his family's steps. However, a huge buff guy awakens as a tailor and isn't happy. The skinny guy awakens as a miner. I guess fate wants him to become muscular. Seeing this, Lufan realizes that only a minority awakens the combat profession. After the awakening ceremony, he returns home. He checks the system and sees that he awakened as a dragon tamer. Opinions were divided on this class since it's very difficult to tame a dragon. It's a strong class, but difficult to take advantage of. It's already extremely rare to encounter a dragon, let alone tame one. Gandalf told Lufan that he didn't need to worry. It was a difficult class, but it had infinite potential. Maybe he could find a dragon subspecies like a lizard, but Lufan knew the only way for him to be strong with this profession was with a dragon. Otherwise, it made no sense. The subspecies were just ferocious lizards, nothing compared to a true dragon. In the last 800 years of Dragon Kingdom history, some tamers have appeared, but someone who truly tamed a dragon never existed. No matter how strong a human is in front of a dragon, they are nothing but ants. Lufan knows that dreaming of taming a true dragon is too distant a dream. The worst part is that without a tamed dragon, he can't evolve or awaken his abilities. He has been working so hard to provide a better life for his aunt, but now with this class, it won't be so easy. He realizes he's in front of his house and hadn't even noticed that the way passed because he's so worried. He hesitates a bit at the door and enters, greeting his aunt, who obviously is into light with the food she makes. She makes warm little bread rolls and throws two to our protagonist. She grabs his hand, saying she's sure today was the most fantastic day of his life. Sitting at the table, she asks what profession he awakened. Poor aunt doesn't know that, in fact, there's a failure in front of her. He didn't even get to say anything when she already says it's okay if it's not a combat profession. She was actually worried he would go out to fight every day, but he yells that's not the case. In fact, he managed to become a dragon tamer. The only problem is that he doesn't do anything without a dragon. She smiles and tells him it doesn't matter if he's a dragon tamer without a dragon. It shows how strong he is. She puts his head back on the warm and delicious bread rolls and says that if he goes to school, she'll keep supporting him. And if he doesn't want to, he can stay here in the aunt's shop taking care of her warm little bread rolls, with her. The protagonist feels a bit embarrassed, and she tells him not to worry and eat quickly before it gets cold. Sometime later, he collapses on the bed. Remembering her hand full of wounds from cooking so much to support them both, he realizes he won't be able to get them out of this bad life. He hits the bed in anger. Damn it, why did it have to be such a good and bad profession at the same time? Suddenly, the system appears. Congratulations, you received the treasure of the first day. He gets scared because it shows that the treasure will be a divine-level item. He remembers that the system's function was to help find treasure, so he clicks and the system shows. There will be beginner, intermediate, advanced, divine treasures, and by combining 3 maps of the same level, he can receive a map for the rarest treasure possible. Every day you will receive a treasure map corresponding to his profession. The profession he has is the worst of the rare ones, but it can be the best of all as long as he can take advantage of this system. This first map he receives, strangely, is of divine ranking.